Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Between our visitors and the Miami Dolphins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, while much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff, no such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The numbers there for Howard a week ago. 16 carries, 57 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The starters now on offense. And Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But, boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Some first down there, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He's going to let this one go. This is caught inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes a starch right out of them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. As we get set to watch Josh Rosen command this offense draft.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Now Rosen. Caught by Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. The numbers for Jones a week ago. 6 catches, 97 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They run the counter with Cook. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Now it's Rosen. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time, An update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now Carr. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. On first down, they run with Howard. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Trying the right side with Howard. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I got you.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Incomplete. A look there at how the Raiders will start defensively. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So out come the Raiders. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. On 2nd and 7, Carr. And this is caught by Curse. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. On 2nd down now, it's Howard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Weil, to kick it away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Rosen will throw. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. On 3rd and 1, Rosen. He's got Evans. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. Throwing on 2nd down. Rosen setting up the screen for Cook. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. He finds McKinnon complete. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that 1st down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rosen now off the bootleg. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's not going to end in points, but, you consider where this drive started. You probably label it a success.
I do, and I know that without points, it's hard to say that a drive truly was a success. But think of it this way. Changing field position, maybe giving your defense a little bit of a break.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and it's 2nd down. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A safety with a sack there, LaMarcus Joyner.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. On the give, running right is Howard. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Carr now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now it's Rosen looking. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen, he completes it to Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Rosen now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the 30 on 2nd down, Rosen. And his throw here is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. To throw is Rosen. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
After the field away, this will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On the delay, it's Howard. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. All right, Greg Olsen getting ready to trot out there for another drive. Unless he has a Julio Jones-type 300-yard game in him that Julio did against the Panthers in 2016, probably not going to reach 1,000, but still pretty good year.
I think you're right. It's a pretty good year for him, but let's face it, every receiver's dream is to have a game like Julio Jones had against the Carolina Panthers. It's 300 yards on the nose, and it didn't matter what coverage they sent his way. He solved it each and every time. Maybe our guy can get that way in this ballgame. Let's see.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Check 53. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen, open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. Open man is Bourne. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it's been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. His guys are out in front as we get you back down to Miami and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A second quarter score from KC, and the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Rosen off the play action. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They run. Cook.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Cameron Johnston now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Finds his tight end Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A 3-yard pickup.
Again, it's Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Miami first down and a 14-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go one more.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Airing this one out for Evans. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
23 yards the pickup there. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident. Everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers, because you have a specific zone. You have zone, and he crosses to another one. You got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And Diggs has it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Julio Jones once again the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run it again with Cook. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think,
mean by that?
he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. But it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Running with Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Carr completes it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Carr, and he fires one incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll make it third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
And out come the Dolphins now. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Nigel Bradham brings him down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Play action here with Rosen. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. SOS.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check. What now? 180. Check. 53. Mike. Hey,
On 2nd and 1, Carr. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run with Howard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Mike. 185. Mike, you ain't going nowhere.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That escapes the sack. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got Curse. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Now Howard. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Howard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Now Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag. No,
I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So don't say nothing.
Here's Rosen. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's got Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Rosen. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And now it's Rosen looking. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Gerald McCoy in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He completes it to Jones. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now it's Rosen. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Greg Olsen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for him on the campaign. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They go with Howard again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So now Rosen and the Dolphins down by 2 touchdowns. 1:51 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Rosen to throw. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. He completes it to Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now Rosen on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93, they're waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit, they were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for our visitors, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Miami, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say ultimately this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.